Dear students, this presentation is specifically for qualitative analysis. Salt analysis, we are going to start for class 11th, and salt. As we all know that salt has two components, cation and anion. Anions are called acidic radicals and cations are called basic radicals. So we are starting with the first anion under dilute sulfuric acid group, that is, so this will be the first experiment that is to be written in chemistry file to start with salt analysis. Experiment number 1. In this experiment, we are going to test the presence of carbonate in the given salt. As far as the physical tests are concerned, color, odor, that is smell, and solubility, that will be done only when you see the salt and you do it physically in the lab. So whatever salt you are getting, write the color here. And if you're getting a characteristic smell out of it, maybe the smell of vinegar, maybe the smell of ammonia, you have to write that here. Otherwise, if there is no smell, no characteristic smell, then you will write that it is odorless. And solubility is to be checked in water. Take small quantity, mix it in water, and it will be giving you an idea whether it is partially soluble or completely soluble. If the salt has some solubility, only then I can test it in aqueous medium. And in your syllabus for class 11th and 12th, you have these salts only which are soluble, and in the exam you will always get a salt which is white in color. While doing them in the lab, you will come across colored salts also, like copper sulfate, which is blue in color. But when it is to be given in exam, then it has to be a white salt, because just by looking at copper sulfate I can make out it is copper sulfate. So we'll be doing all those salts also, but to start with, this is the first one, carbonate, which gives me preliminary test with dilute sulfuric acid. And in dilute sulfuric acid group there are 4 anions that we have to do: carbonate, sulfide, sulfide, and nitrite. Now, after writing the physical tests, this portion you can write when you are working in the lab. So you can just make the table, start the table like this, and leave it as it is, so that when you're physically doing it in the lab, the experiment, then you can fill this table. So this is the chemical test to identify carbonate in a given salt. We will take small quantity of the given salt in a dry test tube, and dry salt we have to take, and we have to add a few ml of dilute sulfuric acid to it. So I will get a colorless and odorless gas. That means no color and no smell. Then how will we identify that there is a gas coming out of that test tube? There will be bubbles forming at a very fast speed. That is brisk effervescence, which shows that it may be carbonate. So this is the preliminary test. Now we'll carry out the confirmatory tests. The gas which is formed in this step, that would be carbon dioxide, because when carbonate comes in contact with an acid, it produces CO2. So pass the gas evolved, that is carbon dioxide in this case, through lime water. Lime water turns milky because of the formation of calcium carbonate, which is insoluble in water, and it confirms there is carbonate. So this is the confirmatory test. If we keep on passing the CO2 through lime water for a longer time, the milkiness disappears, because then calcium carbonate changes to calcium bicarbonate, which is soluble in water. If that happens, again we can say that yes, initially the milkiness was coming, now it has disappeared, so it confirms there is carbonate. Another confirmatory test, that is, take aqueous solution of the given salt. Now we are not taking dry salt, we are taking small quantity of the salt and mixing it in minimum quantity of water to get a clear solution, that is aqueous solution, and then add magnesium sulfate solution to it. it will give us a white precipitate, which again confirms that there is carbonate. Accordingly, we'll write down the result after completion of the table. The given salt contains carbonate in it. And these are the reactions involved. You have to write these reactions on the left hand side page in your file. That is the unruled one, the plain one, and the table and result, aim, everything you will write on the right hand side page, which is the ruled one. Now suppose here you are writing the test for carbonate, which is the preliminary test, the first one, when I am adding dilute sulfuric acid to it. So this is the equation for that particular test. So you must write this equation here in front of the reaction, in front of the test in the table. The reaction should be written here with pencil, just opposite to the test in the table. Then you will write the next test, that is pass it through lime water. So this is the equation, reaction for lime water reacting with CO2. So that should come here exactly in front of the test. Whatever is to be written on the ruled side, that has to be with pen, normal blue pen, and whatever you have to write on the unruled side, the equations mainly, they have to be written with pencil. So here the first reaction, CO2 is evolved. This is the gas which is responsible for brisk effervescence, and this is lime water. Lime water reacts with CO2 and turns it milky because calcium carbonate is formed. So here you can write this is a white precipitate. And if we keep on passing this CO2 through the lime water for a longer duration, that means more quantity of CO2 if it goes in this solution where I have calcium carbonate as the precipitate, then the milkiness disappears because soluble calcium bicarbonate is formed. And the last confirmatory test, when you add magnesium sulfate solution to the aqueous solution of the salt, you will get MgCO3, again a white precipitate. So this completes carbonate. Similarly, the second experiment would be for sulfite. Aim is to test the presence of sulfite in the given salt now. First physical test, same way. When the videos are shared and you look at a particular salt, you can find out, you can see the color, but you cannot make out the order and solubility. So this portion you can write as it is, and these two columns you will fill when you will be working in the lab with the salt. After physical test, we will start with the chemical tests. So the first is preliminary test. We'll take small quantity of the salt in a dry test tube and add 4-5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid to it. The test will be shown even with lesser quantity of the acid. So be very observant when you are adding acid to dry salt. Immediately you will see some bubbles if the test is coming out to be positive, which will definitely be positive in this case. So you will get a colorless gas, bubbles you can observe, and there will be particular characteristic smell of burning sulfur, like the smell of extinguished matchstick. So that shows it may be sulfite. So this is preliminary test. Then we'll start with the confirmatory test. We'll take aqueous solution of the salt, take small quantity of the salt, mix it in water. If you see that some salt or some impurities are settling at the bottom, filter it off, take absolutely clear solution, and then add potassium dichromate solution in it. This is orangish colored solution, and then acidify by adding small quantity, maybe 2-3 drops of dilute sulfuric acid. As soon as the reaction takes place in acidic medium, it gives you a green coloration. It was orange. From orange, the solution turns green. So this shows, again, it confirms that there is sulfite. This is the confirmatory test. Another confirmatory test will again take aqueous solution of the salt in a test tube, in a fresh test tube, and add barium chloride solution to it. It produces a white precipitate of BaSO3. And if I add a small quantity of dilute HCl to very small quantity of the precipitate, this is how we carry out the solubility test. Whatever precipitation is observed, take small portion of that precipitate in a separate test tube and add this acid. In this particular case, for different tests, there are different solvents that you will be using for carrying out the solubility test of the precipitate as a part of confirmatory test. So here it will be dilute HCl, and you will see that the precipitate will completely dissolve, which again confirms it is sulfite. So sulfite is confirmed. And the last confirmatory test, we should know about different confirmatory tests. Then whenever we are asked to perform any one of them, or maybe out of 3 or 4, 2 of them, we will be comfortable. And as far as Viva is concerned, anything can be asked. So that's why we are doing more than one confirmatory test. This is the another confirmatory test. Aqueous solution of the salt again we are taking and adding a few drops of acidified KMnO4. Potassium permanganate is dark pinkish in color, and when it is made, a small quantity of acid will be added to it, because that will make my observation very easy. Because when aqueous solution of this salt, which is sulfite, reacts with acidified KMnO4, the pink color discharges. That means the pink color fades away, and there is a clear observation that from pink the solution will turn colorless, which confirms there is sulfite. So now the result, the given salt contains sulfite in it. This whole portion, table, result, everything you will write on the right hand side page, the ruled one. Reactions involved. First is preliminary test. Sulfite with sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid produces sulfur dioxide, which has the smell of burning sulfur. It shows there may be sulfite. Then the first confirmatory test, orange colored potassium dichromate solution, when reacts with the sulfite salt's aqueous solution in acidic medium, it produces a green colored solution, which confirms there is sulfite. And the next is sulfite aqueous solution with barium chloride produces instantly a white precipitate, that is barium sulfite. This is white in color, this solid. And then I will take the small quantity of this white precipitate and mix it with dilute HCl in a separate test tube. It will again change to barium chloride. That's why we are saying it is soluble in HCl. The barium sulfite is soluble in HCl because it makes BaCl2 again. And the last is KMnO4. You have this pink colored compound solution. It's pink in color. So you will simply add this acidified in the presence of acid to sulfite aqueous solution, and it will change to MnSO4. Whenever Mn changes to +2 oxidation state, then it is colorless. So that's how easy observation that the color changes from pink to colorless, and it again confirms there is sulfite. So this completes two anions, carbonate and sulfite to start with. Now the next presentation would contain remaining two anions from the dilute sulfuric acid group. They would be sulfide S2 negative and nitrite NO2 with 1 negative charge. Thank you.